What's up, folk? How y'all doing? I hope everybody's day went well. I just came back to talk a little bit more about this election, because we only got a few days left. I seen some shit the other day. White boys claiming they going some white boys up in I think North Carolina. They call themselves 3%ers or some shit, talking about how they gonna raise hell if the election don't turn out the way they want it to or whatever. All that. And they still don't get it. They still don't get it. By they, I mean black Republicans. Black Republicans actually think, at least the black Republicans that are pushing for Donald Trump, actually think that the Republican Party gives a shit about them. I think that's what they believe. They seem to think that they do better economically under Republicans. You know what? Republicans are really, really, supportive of business. Everybody knows that. The corporations run the Republican Party. If it ain't good for business, it ain't happening. But the Democrats are the same way. So when you throwing your vote up in the air, talking about you trying to vote for Donald Trump and the Republicans because of their economic policy, well, the only difference is the Republicans don't believe in no type of social safety net, nothing for, the low skilled employees, nothing for unemployed people, nothing, no social safety nets at all. Austerity right across the board. You don't work, you don't eat. While at the same time they act like they don't see or can't understand how technology is putting everybody out of work. Technology is putting every motherfucking body out of work. But we do. In this country, at some point, you're going to have a social safety net because of, AI, automation, and, technical unemployment. Y'all know how it works. Machines put everybody out of work. AI put everybody out of work. 25 years from now, motherfuckers ain't going to... If you're not highly skilled and highly trained, it probably ain't going to be no work for you. There's going to need to be a goddamn floor below which people can't be allowed to fall. Like you got to have a UBI. And the Republicans don't want nothing like that. Shit, the Republicans don't even want to give you no paid sick leave. They want to break up your unions. They don't want you to make enough money to live on. We was talking today about Kamala Harris's policy about putting truant children's parents in jail that she had when she was out there in California. And one of my coworkers, yeah, I agree with that. I'm thinking that no, jail should not be the answer to problems like that. Jail should not be the answer for everything. That's another thing that Republicans like to do. Take away money from education, put it towards jails and prisons, enslave the population. Because that's all they do with you when they put you in jails, turn you back into a slave. They turn you right back into a fucking slave. Says so right there in the Constitution that they can do that. And they do it. But that's what happens. You go. So, I don't know. when I vote, though, I'm gonna vote with the Democrats for president, and take line by line down the ballot. Oh yeah, we was talking about that. Jail shouldn't be the answer to problems like truancy. So I told her that at some point they need to pay people enough money to where you only need one job and one income coming into a family. But the way things are now, everybody's got to work. The children got to raise themselves. A lot of times, the badass children, you sit them in one door at school and they out the other. You think they're in school and they're not. They grow up and talk about and laugh and talk about it. But I really believe that most kids, most of the children that I see in the high school I work at are there to get an education. But you do have a handful of them that's going to fuck school over. That's just the way it was when I was in school. It's just the way it was when my kids was in school and the way it is now. So I told her all that, and the parents don't need to go to jail. What they need is to not have to work so fucking much so that they can be home with their children. You dig me? So that they can be home with their children. That's what I said. So there needs to be a UBI to assure that, so that a single parent, only got to work at one job if she wants to in order to raise the kids right. So you'll have a society that and dump more money in education and less money into the prison industrial complex. That goes a long way toward fixing that problem. You got to give kids a reason to go to school. A lot of kids always tell me, Coach Taylor, if I had a reason to come to school, I would be here, but I don't have a reason, so I don't go. My mama send me, but I go do this. I might show up twice a week or something like that, but that's what they would tell me. It would go a long way towards trimming the prison population if you had well-equipped, well-trained teachers and staff with a full line of subjects and electives that they could take. You know what I mean? In order to give them something to get out of school with. Because like I said earlier, there ain't going to be a lot out there. It just ain't. What are you going to do? Funnel all the kids into the military? Is that why we keeping the wars going? So we got somewhere to put, we got cannon fodder for the wars? You dig me? And the Republicans and the Democrats both agree with that shit. The Republicans and the Democrats both have that same policy when it comes to education. Hell, the Republicans want to abolish the Department of Education altogether. You dig me? Abolish the Department of Education altogether. No Department of Education. Each school district must be going to be run by the states. And ain't no telling what the hell they're going to be doing. Because already down here in Florida, they don't want you to learn black history. Jesus Christ. You see, healthcare is another big one where you gotta think about that kind of shit. You can't just think about your pockets. You gotta think about the healthcare system, especially if you got kids. If you black and you pass 35, health is a big concern. It really is. If you black and you pass 35, you are probably more than halfway through your life. You dig me? And your health is gonna start to fail. Especially if you ain't doing nothing but working and going home. And going, to the buffet or the bar or whatever. You ain't doing nothing, you look pretty, but it stops from the neck down. You dig me? If you ain't doing nothing like that and you 35 years old, you halfway out. Health is your main motherfucking priority right now. And health care under the Democrats is different than health care under the Republicans. Trust me, it is. You're always going to need insurance, at least until you make it to Medicare, and the Republicans is trying to take or at least cut Medicare. I believe in Medicare for all myself, for the record. But these are the real differences, some of the real differences that you got to vote for. These are some of the real differences that you got to vote for. Donald Trump and the Republicans haven't even talked about a health care plan at all. Nothing specific, just hate, just getting rid of people, just flushing the country out, just whitewashing the country. That's all the fuck they want to do. And another message for you stupid ass, not the smart Republican black people, but the stupid ones. Y'all know who he is. Not the smart Republican black people. Because I understand where they're coming from. They're a little bit misguided with the money thing, but I understand where they're coming from. I'm talking about the stupid ones. The ones that show up at the Trump rally and all of that shit. Them white boys don't love y'all. They really don't. They make fun of you. They think you're stupid. They laugh at you. They call you traitor and monkey and nigger behind your back. Just so you know. I know because I listen when they don't think I'm listening. And they tell me shit. Them white boys don't respect you. They don't really want shit to do with you. Stop going to the Trump rally and make yourself look like a damn fool. Be a Republican black person if you want to. I understand. You know, I'm a left winger all the way. I'm all the way to the left as far as you can get without being straight up communist anyway. But I am a democratic socialist. But be a Republican if you feel like you need to. But I'm independent at the same time. But I lean left. Way to the left. That's what I'm saying. But don't be stupid. Like I said, don't be showing out in front of the crackers. It's not a good look. It's not. They use you like a clown. You're a pet. You might as well be on a fucking leash. A message. For all you little goofy ass black Republicans who show up at the Trump rally, put on all that stupid ass Trump shit with the red, white, and blue flags on it and all of that bullshit. You're making a damn fool out yourself. Vote Republican if you want to. But all that clowning, stop. You ain't gonna never be one of them. They don't consider you one of them. You're making an ass out yourself. Anyway, that's it for now, y'all. Y'all take that with you. We got a few days left. We got to put this orange motherfucker in retirement. Talk to y'all later. Peace.